welcome to our session. Your tutor is Director. Today we are going to discuss HTML headings and other elements in HTML. Welcome. As we had done earlier, we had started with welcome to our first website. So all these, what you want to appear in the browser, you write it inside the body tag. So we can continue and say our heading 2, I am glad to know coding. We can go to heading 3. Call me programmer. We can go to heading 4. I love coding. We can go to heading 5. Enroll today for online classes. You can go to heading 6, which is the list. Thanks for watching. So these headings, the difference is the size. So heading 1, you are supposed to have only a single heading 1 in a web page. But the others, you can have as many as you want. But the level start from heading 1 to heading 6. Let us see what we have. So if I refresh, and before I refresh, I said after doing all these, make sure you save. Then come to your folder. Then open it. Then your folder. You can see this is heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, 4, 5, and 6. We can continue with coding and insert other headings. Still, inside body, we can have our another heading 2, and put something else. We can say we are the online college. In heading 2, we can add a paragraph. P4 paragraph. We can use a paragraph tag. We can say anything here. We offer courses. We can also add an image. We can also add a button. So we can add an image. Adding image, we need to use img, the image tag. For image tag, as you can see, others have the opening and closing tag, opening tag and the closing tag. Image, we use one tag. We can call it's an empty tag. We use it as one. Can have image, so we write image. Then we write source, the source of the image. Then here, now it's where your image is located. So like mine, I will come here. I will come to pictures. Then I can copy this one. I copy that picture. I put it inside my folder, the folder I'm working with. You can see it. Here I can say replace. You can see it there. So I want to insert this as a photo inside my web page. So I'll just come and continue here. Image source. Remember, my image is inside the online classes folder. So I'll put my image. My image was named Sadiki.jpg. This is the extension that the image is having. So if the image is having .jpeg, you put .jpeg, but mine is. Then don't forget to close that tag, the image tag. After that, we can see what are we having. That is our image. We can come here, we remember to save. Then already we had not closed our browser, so we can refresh and see this is our image. We can also add a button. Remember, I'm minimizing, I'm not closing. We can add a button. So we use a button tag. So we use a button. So what do we need to have in a button? Maybe we can put the word enroll in our button. Then we see what we are supposed to have. Then we refresh here. You can see we have our button enroll. You can add as many headings as you can, provided you are inside the body. We can go to another paragraph and say this is the main page. This is the main page. Just check on what a paragraph displays. So here you can write as many words as you want. As many words as you want, because it's a paragraph. Let us see what will be displayed. You can see it here. So with that, you can try if you can add an image. Under image, we can resize them. Like here you can see our image is somehow big. We can resize it to a small thing or a bigger one. So under resizing, let us do image resizing. As you can see, we have the code for the image. So as prior we had this image, now our image is 100%. This is the way we inserted it. So we need to reduce it. We can reduce it to percentage. So let us reduce it maybe to 30% of its original. So we can come to our code. Then we have our code here. Then we add the height. The height equals, we want it to be 30%. Then we need the width to be equal also to 30%. Equal to 30%. Then we see what will happen. We come and refresh here. I'm using here to refresh. You can see it has reduced. So you can reduce it to the percentage you want. Maybe we can reduce it to 20 now. And see what will happen. It's still reducing. Now let us go to buttons. And you can insert as many images as you want. Let us go to buttons. Here we can add another button. Or before, okay, let us just add button. Button, what will we put in button? Enroll or register. Then we come and see what will happen here. You can see that these buttons are not going to a new line. So to force them to go to a new line, we use an element we call break. That is BR. So we need to force these buttons to break and go to a new page, because, or in a new line. They don't break itself. Only the things like paragraphs, you can see where we had a paragraph, automatically it's a new line. So we need to use a break tag. So to use a break, we add it in our code. We come here where the button ends. This is where the image ends. We can add break, that is BR. So after adding that BR, we can check on what happens. You can see them here. If we want enroll and register not to be on the same line, we come and break also. At the end of enroll, we break. At the end of enroll, we break. Then we see what happens. You can see after breaking, somehow zimeshikana. So we can come and say break again. So we put double break to give it at least a space. You can see now the way they are. If this enroll, you can see it's somehow touching the image. You can also add another break here. You can also add elements like underline. How do we underline? Let us underline these. This is the main page. Let us underline it, or else we can underline we are the online college. We come to our code. So here we add an element. Underline is represented by U. We add it. But now the word that we need to underline should be inside a tag underline. So we said that. So that is the tag for underline. Let us see what has happened. You can see this is the main page is underlined. We can also underline we are the online course. Where is it? We are the online course. Here we can underline. Underline the opening tag and the closing tag. You can see it's underlined. Also, we can use italicized. Italics is represented by I. We can try to do this one. To put italics on this one. Remember, the word should be inside. So this is the crossing. Italics. And see, we offer courses should be in italics. You can see it has changed. So in our next lesson, we will look at lists in HTML. So